Alright, so here we go. We are going to be playing some red-white death and taxes with some sweet new Strixhaven cards. I'm not going to go over every single card in the deck because, you know this one. I've only played it a few times on this channel. So, what we're looking at here is your pretty basic taxes shell. We've got a couple castles, Castle Embereth, Castle Ardenvale, just as some extra reach for the deck. 4 Ghost Quarter, of course, only 1 Field of Ruin, 2 Inspiring Vantage, 2 Mountain. Honestly, this could probably just be 1 mountain. I'm not sure why I put it in 2. I'm like, in my basic sum, I was like, oh, you gotta put in more than 1, but I digress. 1 Mutavault, 3 Plains, 1 Scavenger Grounds, 2 Snow-Covered Plains, 2 Sunbaked Canyons, 3 Giver of Runes, 4 Path to Exile, 4 Aether Vial, 4 Leonid Arbiter, 4 Stoneforge Mystic, 3 Talia, Guardian of Thraben, and then some of the fun stuff. Alright, so first up we have Plarg, Dean of Chaos, and Augusta, Dean of Order. Some new Strixhaven cards here. Plarg, I really like this card. 1 and a red, and you can tap it to discard a card, draw a card. It is a 2/2. It has a secondary ability where you can pay 5 to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary, non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way at the bottom of your library in a random order. So yeah, Plarg just digs you out of situations, and if you just happen to be flooded, if you're playing control, Plarg can just start plarging things out into the battlefield. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. And Death and Taxes often kind of gets into the situation where, you know, you're drawing too many lands, you're not finding the things you need, you maybe need to find that one hate piece. Plarg can get you there. It's also a 2/2 body for 2, nothing wrong with that. Augusta, Dean of Order, is kind of a whole different deal, but also pretty sweet in the deck. So it says, other tapped creatures you control get +1/+0, other untapped creatures you control get +0/+1. So whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. You can do some sweet shenanigans with Augusta. You can untap your Plarg after he's discarded a card to draw a card, or if you have, you know, tons and tons of mana, you can reveal extra cards from the top of your library. Not going to happen a ton, especially because we only have the 2. Honestly, after some testing, I would almost bump Plarg up more. But you can also untap your Stoneforge Mystic, and you know you can you can put out another extra enchantment, things like that. And obviously it's really good in the sense that if you're like, I need to make this attack, but if I attack, I die. With Augusta out, as soon as you attack, you get the trigger, so your opponent can't like respond to it and do like weird shenanigans or anything. You get the trigger as soon as you attack, as soon as you commit to that attack. And then you get to untap your stuff, so if you needed to Alpha Strike, but we're about to die, you get that opportunity. So that can be really, really key in some games. We are also playing 4 Flame Scroll Celebrant, which is also a double-sided card. 1 mana, 1 red. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals 1 damage to that player. So this counts fetch lands, this counts planeswalkers, all sorts of things. If your opponent has their own Flame Scroll Celebrant and they want to pump it, it would cost that as well. And then you can also pump it for 2. Flame Scroll Celebrant gets +2/+0. This is just kind of a fun little hate card. Obviously, it doesn't stop anyone from doing anything, but if you can pressure someone's life total a little bit, this can add up. So pretty sweet. The secondary effect is an instant instead of a creature. It just says your opponent can't cast spells or activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities this turn. Exile Revel in Silence. So you're up against Tron and you're like, well, I can kill them the turn after this. However, if they just like, you know, play Karn on their turn, I'm just dead. Play Revel in Silence, and suddenly they can't cast their Karn or activate it if they have it out already. They can't cast their Ulamogs or things like that. Pretty key. Again, also really good in a control matchup. If your opponent is about to wrath your board, you can cast this on their upkeep, and then they have to decide if they can counter it and then not cast the Wrath anyways, or let it resolve and then not cast their Wrath anyways. So it can make for some really interesting situations. I think it could be really good. It may be just a sideboard card. We are playing 4 of in the main deck, just because I wanted to try it out, and because it is a body, like it is just a creature. Like, yeah, it's not bad to have a 2/1 for 2 that can pump itself sometimes. You know, that can work really well with your Batterskulls or your Mauls, Maul of the Skyclave, to just like get in there for extra damage, which is something that sometimes D&T struggles with. You're a little bit of a slower aggro deck. So the other new card we have is Elite Spellbinder, 3 mana, flying, 3/1. When Elite Spellbinder enters the battlefield, look at target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Elite Spellbinder. I slept on this card. I did. I was like, it's 3 mana. They can still cast a card. Whatever. This card is good. Especially in D&T, where you are taxing people on their mana already. You've got Arbiter, which, you know, gets to destroy lands and make people pay extra mana to crack their fetches, things like that. You've got Talia, Guardian of Thraben. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Normally with Elite Spellbinder, you're going to get a non-creature spell. You're going to take that removal spell. You're going to take that Wrath, whatever it is. So if you've got both of them, then suddenly that spell costs 3 more to cast. Plus you're like pressuring their lands with Arbiter and Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin. So Spellbinder can really come in clutch in that way, in the sense that, like, yeah, they could technically still cast it if you let them have mana. So pretty sweet. I slept on this card. I'm excited for it now. Those are kind of the big ones that we have. Otherwise in the deck we have 2 Archons of Emeria, just really good against the land style decks, good against prowess decks. 2 Flicker Wisp. I did cut Flicker Wisps from the deck. It hurt a little bit, but I did it. 3 Skysclave Apparition with an extra in the side. 2 Magus of the Moons with another in the side. Batterskull, Maul of the Skyclave. Pretty standard stuff here. In the sideboard, we have 2 Rest in Peace, 1 Winds of Abandon, 2 Core Firewalker, an extra Elite Spellbinder, as we said, a Mirran Crusader, a Skyclave Apparition, 2 Boils for Titan matchups and Control matchups. Because I live to destroy all the islands. 1 extra Magus of the Moon, Sword of Fire and Ice, Phyrexian Invoker ×2, and a Damping Sphere. Nothing too spicy, obviously, in the sideboard, pretty standard stuff. The Damping Sphere generally will run 2. I was cheeky and ran 1. Just because generally you're pretty good against things like Tron anyways. I don't like Damping Sphere against prowess style decks. I don't think it's proactive enough. Like, yes, you are taxing them on their mana base, but like you've already got Talia for that. You've already got Arbiter for that. So it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't progress your board. And against something like prowess that's just so fast, like I just don't think it's worth it. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm crazy. But yeah, we have extra Sword of Fire and Ice again for those prowess matchups. I don't love it actually in the prowess matchups. I brought it in for those. It's also a little slow. It kind of like, you would think it would be good because you get protection from red and blue, but it's so slow. Even with Stoneforge Mystic, you may just be dead by turn 4, which is like, or turn 3 or turn 4. You know, if you don't have the right things, or they bolt your creature in response to you trying to equip it to something, I don't know. I'm not sold on Sword of Fire and Ice. So, anyways, that is the deck. One last thing we have to do, of course, is shout out to our very first patron of our Patreon, and that is Earfunk. And you know who you are, and you've been around basically since the beginning of this channel. And hey, we promised you a shout out. Here it is. Thanks so much for all of your support through this last year. Always means a lot. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the game specifically, and everyone else too. All right, everybody, let's jump right into it and see how badly I do. Hello and welcome everybody. We are High Ground MTG. I am Spiny Mouse, and we're on Red White Strixhaven Taxes. Oh, this is a spicy one. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this mostly because we have Ether Vial. We'll play our Inspiring Vantage and our Ether Vial. And we'll pass it back to our opponent. See what we're up against. Android 89. Plays a Mountain. Plays a Soulscar Mage. Alright, Path coming in handy here. I think we will probably keep it up. Yes, let's take up the Vial. Second Path, not the worst. Not the worst. Alright, I think we're just gonna pass with Path up here. In case our opponent goes absolutely ballistic. Magus of the Moon, pretty bad here. I mean, I guess our opponent does need some blue mana. Probably not playing a ton of islands in their prowess deck. Though this could be just like straight up red prowess. Thanks for one. I guess if they don't pump, do we still pass? I guess we do. Gut shot. Sure. All right. Well, we're gonna path now. Soulscar Mage enters the exile zone. We're gonna get a Mountain. We get to play Plarg. We get to play Plarg. Cast a Stormwing entity, which we will certainly need to path. Scries to. Alright, we're hoping our opponent will just kind of unload their hand next turn. We can path the Stormwing entity and start Plarging it up. Wouldn't mind a Plains. Because I think if we got a Plains, like, we would play out Magus. Not this turn, obviously, because we need to hold path up, but Flame Scroll Celebrate. This does not have an activated ability. Alright, let's pass it back. I guess now that we have the Flame Scroll, like, most likely we're playing Plarg, because I think Plarg is better right now, but if they do play something that has some sort of activated ability, I don't remember what this deck would have that has an activated ability. Technically the Wood of Foothills does. But I don't think we're not gonna flash in Celebrant just for that. Steam Events, sure. And the Swiftest of Spears. Alright. Attack, attack. We could activate Mutavault here. Our opponent just like bolts it in response, and we're sad. So hopefully Swift Spear. Oh, no. We're going to path. Where do we take damage from? We already take the damage? Oh, shoot. Assumed our opponent was gonna cast more things. I guess we didn't need to path at that point anyways. So. Silly us. Alright, we're gonna get that Plarg. Lights up the stage. Amulet and a mutagenic growth. Alright. One's got a lot of things to do here, and just casts another Stormwing entity. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. It's pretty bad. pretty bad. Yeah, we did not mean to take the damage there. Clicking a little too quickly. Play the Plarg. I mean, we can put out the Celebrant as a blocker. I guess we will tick up Ether Vial in case we get like Flicker Wisp or something. Flicker Wisp would be pretty okay here. Skyclave Apparition, also not terrible. So, do we play out Celebrant then, I guess? Problem is this Stormwing just going to kill us? Maybe. Because we could also, like, Plarg. Do we Plarg now? So we can, like, hope to draw a third path. I don't know that the third path is going to happen. But also, Magus is pretty bad. I guess we Plarg now. Discard Magus. Because we can still play the Flame Scroll Celebrant. Plains. Of course, now we draw the Plains. Alright, so... Oh, we can do this because our opponent can't cast spells. They only got Mutagenic Growth and 1, which they can play at instant speed in response. So it's not actually that good against them, I don't think. I mean, I guess they can't draw things. No, I think we just play the Celebrant. We can also activate Mutavault in case they get like a bolt for Celebrant. I'm just reading the new cards. I don't think they have to worry about this too much. Don't think it affects them a whole lot. Their Islets cost an extra... Well, it costs them an extra damage, I suppose. Let's see what they... Lava Dirt. Yeah, that happens. We get to Skyclave this Monastery Sorcerer, so I guess we don't need to activate Mutavault. We can flash it back, making this 5. That makes it 7. 8. Makes it 8. Okay. So we are in trouble. Oh, they go with the Swift Spear. All right, that actually is much better. Much, much better. Okay. So then we're only getting hit for 6. Draws a card with their Islet. With Mutagenic Growth on the stack. Lightning Bolt to the face. All right. All right. So we're going to have to find removal for Stormwing, like, this turn, basically. Attack, attack. So we need to find path right here, right now. I guess we have 2 draws for it. Eat up this Swifty. Sadly, we cannot grab the Stormwing entity, even though they played it for 2 mana. It technically costs 5. Yes, bolt it in response. Oh, no, never mind. They're just cracking their Islet. Sure. I guess they're looking for maybe some free spells. They can Lava Dart. Flicker Wisp, again, would also not be terrible. Like, Flicker Wisp does kind of keep us alive. Stoneforge does not, sadly. Do we keep Stoneforge? Because we can go get the Batterskull. Actually, we can go get Maul. But if they can just grow this, they grow this twice, then we're just dead. Like, I don't even know if we can attack, because like another Swift Spear into like Lightning Bolt or something, and we are just dead. So yeah, so I think we actually have to pass the turn. Like, I don't think we can just play out Stoneforge. Unfortunately, like, it would do a ton to stabilize us, but we have to have the answer right now, is the problem. Plays a Visions of the Serum. Puts one on the bottom and one on the top. Gets in for 4. All right. I guess we don't do anything. We're gonna, well, no. Oh shoot! This is gonna. We're gonna take the damage. We should have done it. Oh no. Okay, we do still have a chance. Okay, cool. We're gonna discard the Stoneforge Mystic to draw a card. Skyclave Apparition does not do it, so we are likely just dead. Oh, we are, because they have Lava Dart in the graveyard. So I'm assuming, oh, they didn't see it. Interesting. Okay. In that case, we're gonna sacrifice this now. Like, I guess we could, like, hope for the best with Plarg activation, but I don't think that's where we're at. We're down to 2, which is, like, super, super scary here. Yeah, Lava Dart's the face, sure. Yeah, I really don't know why they didn't do that right then. Because they would have just killed us outright. So we're basically just forcing our opponent to do it this turn. It doesn't do a whole lot, but I think it's the right thing to do. Yeah, so we're dead to Lava Dart now. Dead to a Lava Dart. That's even if we found, like, I don't even know. Talia. Talia does basically nothing here. So I think we have to activate Plarg. Discard Talia. Alright. Alright. Well, you know, Prowess is a good deck. Apparently. I don't know that Boyle is necessarily good against them. Magus, pretty actively bad. This is good. Damping Sphere is maybe, like, I've heard the argument for Damping Sphere. I think Skyclave comes in. Spellbinder comes in. Firewalker comes in. Oh, do we want all of these things? Okay, I can't put that many things in, so that's coming out. Rest in Peace is also not, like, ideal necessary, but, like, Lava Darts and whatnot is just not cool. Not cool. Speaking of... Also Archon. We have Archon over here, so... Who needs Damping Sphere? So maybe cut a Flicker Wisp, even though Flicker Wisp... Well, I don't know that would have really saved us there. Talia's pretty good. Plarg was also pretty good. I think these Celebrants, unfortunately, come out. The silence is probably just not good enough against them because all of their stuff is instant speed. So, like, yes, it would keep them from digging into their deck if they have whatever that one card is. Lets them draw 3 for dealing 1 damage. But other than that, like, most of their stuff is instant speed, so it just does not feel good enough. Do we take out Maul? It does give us the ability to have a flying blocker, which could be relevant. Maybe take out one Arbiter, because they can go on pretty low mana, and we're gonna be, well, I like Flicker Wisp just to exile one of their creatures after they've cast all their spells. Pretty neat thing to do. So yeah, I think we'll run it like that. Arbiter is obviously good because we're going to be trying to like path our opponent into oblivion. But otherwise is not that great. I will keep this. I will heckin' keep this. Obviously it would have been nice with a Vial, but beggars can't be choosers. So turn 1 Giver of Runes. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Always love turn 1 Giver of Runes. And pass it back to our opponent. Soul Scar Mage. I like that our Stoneforge Mystic is also going to have options now. Castle Ardenvale, sure. I also don't hate Castle Ardenvale, to be honest. We're gonna get Sword of Fire and of Ice. I think. Is that what we're getting? Or did we just get the Maul? I'm kind of tempted to just get Maul. Because we already have Giver. Yeah, let's get Maul. I like Maul. Pass it back. Because we also already have Batterskull. If we can equip a Maul to a Batterskull, we're going to be feeling pretty good. No attacks. Pass it back. Wooded Foothills. Once our opponent taps out, I don't think we can block with Stoneforge. As much as I'd love to. Monastery Swiftspear. Alright. Opponent's tapping out. Burst Lightning. Deals 2 damage any target. If the spell is kicked, it deals 4 damage instead. That's annoying. Alright, well, we are going to give Pro Red to our Stoneforge. Which means it does get a free block here. So take a little bit less damage. Doesn't matter who we block here. At this point, it is all good. But it could have also brought in a Braid, so we will want to be mindful of that. The Plains, not what we wanted to see. Not at all what we wanted to see. Alright, we will pass it back. Our opponent's stuck on 2 mana. Which is really all they ever need, but it's something. That's something. Question is, will our Batterskull be big enough to block? Attacks. Or will they just have an Abrade and we're just going to take a bunch of damage? All things possible. I guess we have to do this now so that we can block with it. Put up Batterskull, see if they have the answer. Batterskull lives. We're doing pretty well. Even if it just takes a bunch of damage and gains us 4 life, pretty okay with that, even if it just dies. Oh, but they have the Soul Scar Mage. That's awkward. Didn't even think about that. So we are going to block that, because that's actually the more annoying creature here. But they can, like, bolt this, and then we don't gain very much life, in fact, actually. Yeah. I guess there's an argument to just... Yeah. I guess the argument there is we should have just played out Skyclave Apparition to take out one of their threats. Yeah. Yep. Should have taken out the Soul Scar Mage, I guess. My worry then, though, is that like they would just kill our Stoneforge Mystic, which they could have done. Oh, they're targeting this. Gutshot's targeting that. This is targeting that. Okay. So we're still going to gain 3 life here? Unless they just have some other follow-up. Another Lava Dart on the Stoneforge. Okay. Yep, so it grows their creatures to a 4/5. I guess Arbiter would be kind of hilarious here. Yep, so we're going to take some damage, gain a little bit of life. Lights up the stage. And lands. Lands for days. Alright, well, that's not the worst thing to see, honestly. Not the worst thing. Another Stoneforge Mystic. That is tempting. It is tempting. But I think we just gotta get out Skyclave Apparition here. Take down the Soulscar Mage. And pass back. Our opponent's gonna have all the lands they need ever. Plays the mountain, not the wooded foothills. Interesting. Oh, the Sprite Dragon. Alright. Alright, well, we have answers for that. Hopefully somewhere. Ghost Quarter. All right, well, do we play Stoneforge, pick up Batterskull, or do we play Maul? Stoneforge, I guess, can go get the sword. I think picking up Batterskull is useful here. Yes, we will use its ability. We'll grab the Sword of Fire and Ice. I don't think we're going to play it, though. We're going to pass the turn. No attacks here. What will you do? Prowess opponent. Attacking for 2. Prowess opponent. Alright, no blocks. No blocks. We're at 16, so hopefully that means they can't just kill us here with only 2 cards in hand. Interesting that they're not attacking with the Monastery Swiftspear. I don't think I would block. One, two, three. Mutavault. Alright, we've got many lands, which is not necessarily ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can get out this Sword of Fire and Ice and equip it. I have to imagine that in response, our opponent's going to try to bolt. Oh, but we can't equip and then activate Stoneforge. So I guess maybe Maul would have been a better slot there. Though to be fair, we can... yeah, we can respond with Maul to their attack step. We're at 15. We're in turn 6 against Prowess. That alone is a win right there. that just by itself is a win, I think. We do have to watch our time. As always, talking makes me play slow. Also, my computer is sad. Plays is Swift. M Swift. Only 1 card in hand. Alright, well, we're going to try for the Maul. We're going to try to equip Maul to Skyclave. See if it's effective. It is effective. We're going to block. Opponent only has 1 spell in hand. If it's a Metamorphose, obviously that'd be pretty bad, but it is not, so our opponent just, I think, loses here? I don't know, maybe they have something else that they can do, but that feels pretty good to untap with that. Equip. Let's see. So to equip this is 5, so we can't quite do it this turn. We are going to attack with this Skyclave 100% though. Attack. That's right, this is flying, protection from blue, red, draw a card, deal damage, all the stuff. We'll choose that target, I guess. We could ping our opponent here, but if they want to spend a spell on our turn to save a Monastery Swiftspear, we are okay with that. Elite Spellbinder. That's a card we can play. Do we just play Talia or do we play Elite Spellbinder? Let's play Elite Spellbinder. It's a new card, maximizes our mana. Let's see what our opponent has here. Next turn, we can equip Batterskull. Oh. Alright. Yes, we will take that. Pass it back. Opponent empty-handed. Come on, computer, you can do it. You can pass the turn. Alright, gets an Islet, draws a card with an Islet. I don't know what gets them out of this, though. I guess like a braid, technically? Like, even then. I mean, because right now we have 9 points of damage. Well, we have so many points of damage. We're not even going to equip Batterskull to Skyclave. Like, that's just overkill. Okay. Come on. Okay. Go to the combats. Like, I think even with an Abrade, blocks the germ. Okay. Opponent sees our time is short. A lava dart. Okay. Sure. I guess. Ping our opponent. Draws a mountain. I guess we could have attacked the Mutavault. That would have also been lethal. Didn't expect our opponent to have the Lava Dart, I guess. Not that it matters. I guess we'll play Talia just because, and then we'll pass the turn. I don't know what our opponent can have at this point. Again, I think they just see that our time is super duper low, so. Cast Lava Dart, sure. They just play like land and cast Lava Dart. Oh, this is to get their bird. That's fine, because this is protection from blue. Yep. Okay. Go to combat. Opponent not gonna scoop it up because trying to eat up our time. That's fine. That's fine. We'll attack with everything. Wolf 6. It's also eating our opponent's time. Like, obviously, like, yes, we certainly have less time than our opponent does. But we can just have 6, so. Computers having issues. Do we bring in anything else? I don't think so. I think we just run it back. Run it on back. These are the kind of hands. It's just like these two, always fighting, always fighting. We're gonna mulligan. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna put back Arbiter And I guess Plarg because we don't have a red source. F6. Talia is not bad here. I think I would have preferred a Bath, but I'll take a Talia. I guess the only problem though is like Lava Dart. Lava Dart is rough. Yup. Gonna take some damage here. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad. Stoneforge or Talia? I guess Talia. They just Lava Dart it. Yeah, I guess, you know, better than Stoneforge Mystic getting the Lava Darts or something, maybe. Also, if they don't have the Lava Dart, that's pretty good. I mean, chances of them not having Lava Dart are not great, I think, but... Okay, well, no Lava Dart yet. Attack, attack. I guess we're gonna block here. We're gonna block the Soulscar Mage. I'm sure that they have a spell in hand. I mean, but I think we also like have to block because they have a spell in hand. It's just so much damage. Draws a card with Islet. Okay. Interesting. Okay. In that case, I guess we're gonna get Stoneforge and Giver of Runes out. See if that's enough. We'll go get our Battered Skull here. We do have to end this game in 5 minutes or less, so gotta be quick about everything, especially because my computer's overheating. No attacks. Go, go, opponent. So now we've given them some tough choices on what they want to kill here. They did get the extra land. Should make it easier for them to do things. Lightning Bolt on Stoneforge. Okay. It's gonna make it a little bit harder to cast our Battered Skulls. Alright, not going to block here. Unlikely our opponent can cast another spell, so we're just going to take the 4. I guess they could have mutagenic growth. They could cast. They do not. Okay. Alright, well this means we are going to get down our Battered Skull. Flicker Wisp to, I guess, so I guess we'll go to, well, not gonna go to combat. Let's just Flicker Wisp here. We'll flicker a land just to get things moving. Okay, and go. Lazy wooded foothills. Cracks the wooded foothills. Potentially we can start attacking next turn, especially with our Batterskull back up. Our time is very, very low. Very, very low. Anamorphose, sure. Cast Stormwing Entity. Not so much for attacking. Like, I think we're in a good spot here in terms of... Like, I think if we had more time, we could potentially win this game. I think it's going to be pretty hard from our current position to win this game. Another Swift Spear. Alright, so we'll take 2. Go down to 10. Be able to play Batterskull next turn. I just don't know that we can kill our opponent in 3 minutes. Stoneforge Mystic. Hilarious. And in fact, Batterskull itself may not even be enough, depending on what our opponent has in hand. I mean, I guess we have the Talia, so we've got that going for us. Oh, never mind, never mind, never mind. We will just play a Stoneforge Mystic. We'll pass turn. Yeah, we're not going to win this one. Because of time. Maybe also because of other things. Maul, sure, why not? Like, I don't know for sure that we were going to win this game. I feel like if we had time, we're not in a bad spot. But time is definitely going to kill us here. And honestly, the fact that we couldn't play the Batterskull, I didn't even think about the fact that I tell you out, and that was not going to let me play the Batterskull. Another Stormwing. Honestly, not the worst. Like, Stormwing itself is fine. I'll just get to scry off of it. They have 0 cards in hand, though. That means that they can't really attack. But it doesn't matter because we're down to a minute 40, so... Plains. See, and like now, we can like play out our mall. Which I guess the better line. The better line is the Stoneforge and the Batterskull. Give the Batterskull the mall. No, I clicked the wrong thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We lost. Sad day. Yeah, time killed us out here. That punt also probably killed us too. But certainly time as well was rough on us. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to click that like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll catch you next time. Alright, and we're back on Red White Taxes. We won the die roll. If you love winning the die roll as much as I do, go down and click that like button. Maybe even leave a comment. Hey, you could even subscribe. You could even check out our Patreon. Did I convince you? Are you convinced? Opponent mulliganing down to 5. Our hand is not the most exciting ever. But we have things we can play. We have a Batterskull that can come down pretty early. Does our opponent keep it 5? Guess we're up against Tron again, then this is not that exciting. Alright, so they kept it 5. We're going to play our Inspiring Advantage. And, oops. Still got a draw step. Stop. We are up against Tron again. Look at us. Okay. Come on, Arbiter. It's not an Arbiter. Okay, well. I guess we just play out Stoneforge Mystic. We do need to draw an untapped land so that we can get Archon online, honestly. More so even than activating this Stoneforge, I think. Cracks it for green. Here comes the stirrings of the ancient. Oh, no, just plays an... Okay, Sylvan's scrying. Alright, well, our opponent has Tron. Where's his power plant? So, what do we draw here? Inspiring Vantage. Alright. Okay. Well, it gives us an extra turn, I think. I guess if they have, like, 4 mana Karn, this doesn't really help us, but... Attack for 1. So our opponent's Tron land will come to play tapped. So they'll only have access to 4 mana. Only 4. Next turn we can Ghost Quarter one of their lands, hopefully. Oh, they just have Oblivion Stone. Sure, why not? Yeah. Seems cool. Seems cool. Ether Vial. Alright. So let's see. This is just destroy each non-land permanent. So we don't even necessarily want to... We don't necessarily want to play anything else out, do we? Like, I guess like we have to just hope that they just don't have things. they're back down to 3 mana. Attack for 2 in the air. We've slowed them down a little bit. Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Chromatic Sphere. That is the only spell you get to play, opponent. Only spell you get to play. So, pretty okay with that happening. We'll draw a card. Play another Tron piece. Why not? So we have to have some... We need Skyclave, Apparition, and a Ghost Quarter next turn. That's not too much to ask, is it? Put out a Badger Skull. Why not? Alright. Alright. I guess if our opponent does have another land, then this still doesn't exactly do it, but we're making progress? So let's see, if we field the tower, because we've already hit 1 tower, so much less likely for them to draw another tower. Let's get a Plains. And then I think we're going to activate Stoneforge here to put Maul. Maul's going to go on Germ for flying. And we're going to get in for a bunch. Will it be enough? If they have exactly a land, which, I mean, you know, we've got them down on lands. We shall see. We shall see. Chromatic Sphere, okay. So they can't blow up Oblivion Stone. Or no, I guess they could if they drew a Tron land. Plays Power Plant. Oh no, they couldn't. Well, yeah, no, they couldn't even with a Tron land here. Cannot play another spell, and scoops it up. Oh man, I was a little worried there that we weren't going to be fast enough, even with everything we had, but we got there. Okay, Revoker and Damping Sphere coming in, Magus of the Moon coming in, Spellbinder maybe? I don't know. How good is Spellbinder versus Tron? Is it better than Skyclave? Flame Scroll Celebrant, probably not as good. They do have some activated abilities though, so like, cause like they have planeswalkers and stuff. We can get them down fast enough. Well, let's see. What's Maul is a way to get them more dead faster. We do want to get them more dead faster. We want the Maguses. Maybe Plarg is just a little slow. The other thing with Flame Scroll Celebrant is Revel in Silence is actually like could be key in this matchup. So I guess we'll keep that. Maybe we even bring in another one. Is there anything else we want to cut though? I could see maybe cutting one of these. We're gonna run it back like this. We're gonna run it back like this. The Revel in Silence, honestly, like that would be such a blowout. Such a blowout. If our opponent just like gets Tron, has Karn. Yeah, we'll keep this. We will keep this. We're on the draw. Obviously, Vial would be pretty good. Gigantha revealed for our opponent. Opponent kept 6. Tower. Map. Right, so unfortunately, Arbiter is going to be too slow in this one. So we'll see what they have here. Plays a mine. Another Arbiter. Unfortunately, we don't have Ghost Quarter to go with it. See if our opponents F6'd. They didn't. Come on, opponent. Why you gotta be smart? Okay. Well, we probably have already lost this one. Good thing is we'll be on the draw next game. So we got that going for us. Let's see what our opponent has here. We will scoop if it's just like 7 mana card. Probably. I guess it depends on what they do. It is 7 mana card. Okay, so if they exile a card from our hands. Actually, this is kind of okay. We do still want. Get rid of this extra Stoneforge here. We're not casting Stoneforge anytime soon. We do still want a Ghost Quarter. It is something we still need. Pretty badly. Flame Scroll Celebrant is not a Ghost Quarter. Alright, so we have Revoker for Karn. Cairn Liberated. Our opponent still has drawn though, so and we are putting very little pressure on them. So we're going to give them a lot of turns. We're going to attack face here. Hopefully Giver can just protect Phyrexian and Revoker for the rest of the game. And that's the only threat they're holding in hand. As long as that's the case, we're going to be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Ancient Stirrings. What do you find with your Ancient Stirrings? I mean, still the likelihood of us getting out of this alive is low. Very, very low. We got the core on our side, though, you know. So, you know, if anyone's going to beat Eldrazi, it's the core, right? Spatial Contortion. Okay. Do please use that on my Revoker. Sphere, sure. Draw your card. Okay, they're gonna target my Giver of Runes. Okay, well, Giver of Runes is gonna target Revoker. And I guess we'll go... I guess we'll go colorless? I don't know. They could also have Dismember and then this doesn't matter. And then we just lose. All things they could do. Okay, gets Gigantha from... Sure, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Hey, look, another Giver of Runes. I guess we play Giver and hold up Path for the Gigantha. We're gonna continue to go for face here. Second Arbiter is pretty irrelevant at this point. Until we find a Ghost Quarter anyways. Hopefully they're just playing Gigantha. Well, Gigantha costs 5. With some amount of, yeah. I guess I can still play, yeah. Okay, so Chromatic Star, because, yeah, they have drawn. Boop, boop. I mean, hey, if we get, like, Damping Sphere, it'd be something, I suppose. Another tower. I don't think I've ever seen that card in Tron. Pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, they got us. we had a very tenuous grasp on life there, so, you know, I am not surprised that happened. Let's see. Okay, we're on the play. So I think we just keep everything as is. I don't think we're changing a whole lot here. Yeah, I think so. I'm tempted to bring in more Flame Scroll Celebrants. Maybe they're better than the Spirit. Now this is a hand of magic cards. Straight keeping this 7. Opponent also keeping 7. Don't love to see that. His hand is pretty gas, though. Pretty gas. We'll see if it's gassy enough. Sphere. Sure. Alright, so our opponent didn't play turn 1 map, which makes me kind of want to play Stoneforge Mystic first. Or even Talia. Maybe we play Talia here, actually. Play Talia. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can play Arbiter and Stoneforge Mystic and Ghost Quarter. I like that plan. If our opponent just has Natural Tron, we still have another turn. This slows them down if they're playing like maps and more spheres and stuff. So, as much as I would love to, I guess Sylvan Scrying is the reason to not do it this way. Though they need an extra land to do Sylvan Scrying, so that doesn't work either. Ancient Stirrings also a problem potentially. Yeah, it's Ancient Stirrings. Okay, well that's fine. So we have the Ghost Quarter. And Arbiter doesn't stop Ancient Stirring, so I still think this was the correct play. Because we also have the Ghost Quarter, like them searching up with Sylvan Scrying is not the end of the world either. So we also get to see what they're getting. So Spatial Contortion, sure. All right, come on, double Ghost Quarter. Magus of the Moon? I will take a Magus of the Moon. Absolutely. I do wonder if this just means they have all the lands they need because they didn't get one with their Ancient Stirrings. Like, obviously we don't get to see everything that they looked at. We only get to see what they got. Yes. In fact, I will use its ability. And I will Ghost Quarter this tower. Always Ghost Quarter the tower in the dark. It produces the most mana. Otherwise, it's pretty much whatever. Sanctum. And Star. Alright, next turn we get to play Magus of the Moon, which should hopefully mess up our opponent's mana even more. Also kind of messes up ours a little bit. Not gonna lie. I guess we could have Viled in the Stoneforge. We also didn't know that we were going to get another land, though, so. I think probably we just Magus. Our opponent, actually, let's see. Spatial Contortion does require colorless mana. So, do we play out? Do we need white for the Stoneforge? Okay, so I guess we play out Stoneforge. We won't search, which is fine. And then we will vial in our Mega. So we'll have to find a Plains in order to get Stoneforge back online. Yep, they cannot make colorless with the Chromatic Star. So Spatial Contortion, not happening. Ah, they have the forest. They have the basic forest. They can go get Gigantha. We don't have our path up for Gigantha if they can go get it. Draws a card with a star. Cannot Sylvan Scrying here. They can certainly Ancient Stirrings to look for wastes. Yep, there's the Ancient Stirrings. Do they find the waste? Puts a forest. Okay, so they found another forest. Always no, always yield. Another Talia, not exactly what we wanted to see. Yep. So we're just gonna go attacking. Gotta kill our opponent here. We don't have a ton of pressure. I guess we're doing 7. Which means we have lethal on board. You know, we're not doing a ton of pressure, but we have lethal on board. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. They could dismember. They have enough for dismember, though. That would kill them, I think. Alright, we got there! Beaten Tron, the only thing Death and Taxes is good at. Alright, well, we are 2-2, so not entirely terrible. Yeah, we'll see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. Just started. We've got a Discord going on. We got some other fun rewards. So yeah. And if you see something or you don't see something in our Patreon that you're like, man, you should really have this, let us know, because we're definitely looking to figure this all out. It's all new to us. So, all right, everybody, we'll see ya in round 5. Here we go again. Round 5. We won the die roll. I do like how much we're winning die rolls. I don't like how we keep getting kind of weird land hands. Instead of violin, it'd be fine. I said if it has a vial, it'd be fine. I guess that's where we're at. Do we put Batterskull on the bottom, knowing that we can go get it? Maybe. Beginning with 7. We'll keep this. Could put one of our colorless lands. I think we just put Batterskull at the bottom because we can just go get it with Stoneforge. I don't love starting out with a colorless land, but that's where we're at. So there we go. Ether Vial, go. Spirebluff Canal. Looks like we're up against. Okay, maybe it's Storm. Turn 1, no creature into his Serum Visions makes me think some sort of Stormy style deck, as opposed to the Prowess. But it still could be, I suppose. They don't usually keep a no creature hand. I guess if they have enough card draw, but I still don't know that they play Serum Vision. I guess some lists do. I don't know. We'll find out in a turn or two. Alright, Plains for Talia would be fantastic. That is not a Plains for Talia. We're going to play this Ghost Quarter. Just keep our opponent guessing. I guess we could have activated Mutavault for 2 there, but I don't know. I'm just going to get out second Vial and go from there. I could also see Ghost Quartering our own Mutavault. Okay, so it is Prowess. It is Prowess. Alright. Well, slower start for Prowess, so that helps with our really slow start. I think I may Ghost Quarter our own Mutavault here. Obviously, it's not ideal, but I think we need to be able to play Stoneforge and Talia on this next turn here. Oh, only hitting for 1. Plains. I'm sure we're going to draw Plains now, and I'm going to be sad about that play, but sometimes that's just what the Magic Gods give you. Yeah, we got another Ghost Quarter. Alright, so we'll play that. We'll play Talia here. Opponent can Lava Dart or bolt it away next turn. But it'll take them a little bit longer than usual to get rid of it. Making all their spells cost a little bit more. They have 7 cards in hand, so it feels pretty likely that they do have a removal spell. We're also okay with them using their removal spell on Talia and then getting to untap with Stoneforge Mystic. Because at most, they're probably playing 2 spells. Alright, no blocks here. If you can kill us from 19 on turn 3, I guess that's what you can do with Talia out in play. Lava Dart. Sure, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Again, this just means that we get to untap with Stoneforge Mystic, and that's what we want to do. So we want that sweet, sweet Batterskull action. So would not mind drawing real creature stuff too. That would be okay with me. Yes, please. Go Batterskull. Doop, doop, doop. Yes. And also yes. Magus of the Moon. Pretty terrible here, honestly. I mean, I guess we'll put it out. We'll put it out now, just in case like our opponent can respond with like a blue something. Doesn't really hurt us in any way, so. Opponent also knows we have the Batterskull. I don't think this hurts them a ton. It's really just a body, and if we have to use it for chump fodder at some point, we will certainly do that. But we'll see. We'll see what's in our opponent's hand. Again, up to 7 cards still. Usually Prowess is just like playing all their cards all the time. This does keep them from playing the bird, which, you know, as we saw in match 1 or match 2, we do have a bit of trouble with dealing with sometimes if we don't just have Path on hand. Opponent thinking it out. Randomorphos gets around Magus, obviously. Soulscar Mage, sure. Soulscar Mage is annoying. Just because they can get rid of our germ pretty easily. We'll see here, though. We can also just, I guess we can't equip it yet. So I guess if they have a bolt, then they have a bolt. You know, there's nothing we can do about that. And they have a bolt. Oh, burst lightning. All right, well, close enough. We'll still gain 2 life out of this. And we won't take 2, so. Yeah, if we can... We can return it to our hand. Obviously means we don't get to play it. Always no. Always no. And then always yield. Keeping them at 2 and 3. That is not a creature. That is not a creature. Alright. Part of me thinks we actually do need to keep the Magus, weirdly enough. Because I'm kind of worried about the big bird. That big old bird. Man, can you imagine if this deck had access to Phoenix? Like if Phoenix was still a thing. Like Faithless Looting. Like, can you imagine Faithless Looting in this deck? Like, how bonkers would it be? Just going off. Ugh, can't even imagine. End of turn, we will return Batterskull to its owner's hand. Next turn, we'll get to play it again, assuming our opponent doesn't bolt our Stone Forge. Yeah, because unfortunately we don't have enough mana to return and play. But I am glad at this point, obviously, that we did Ghost Quarter our own land. So we would clearly never have found that Plains. What do you got? 6 cards, 6 cards. Yeah, Manamorphose just lets them cast everything here. He'd find Skyclave. Skyclave Apparition would be pretty fantastic. Would accept the Path as well. Skyclave, I think, actually being the better option here, but Path is fine. Opponent really in the tank on what they want to do here. While we wait, did you know that we have a Patreon? And that Patreon is listed down below. So far, we have our Discord up. Opponent plays a basic mountain after some thoughts. We're really excited about the Patreon. It's something we've been trying to do for a while. All right, we are not going to block here, which could prove lethal. We'll see. Lightning bolts. Lightning Bolt Stoneforge. Alright. Yeah, nothing we can do about that. It's a Lightning Bolt not going to our face. I'm honestly surprised they didn't go for face. So they also have like Lava Dart in the yard. I I don't know what they have. Don't know what they have. We've drawn a lot of not much. A lot of not much, unfortunately. Question is, I guess probably it's better to bounce the Batter Skull, because we could also just not bounce the Batter Skull, because if we get a land, because the only way we play it is like if we have a land, but then we could also just equip it. But I guess having 2 creatures is better than having 1 creature. But we are officially 4 minutes up on our opponent based on this turn alone. So yeah, I guess either way we bounce the Batter Skull. If we get a land, we get to replay it. If we don't get a land, hopefully that means we got a creature or a removal spell. Okay, they're gonna ping down the Magus. All right. Sure. I feel like Lava Dart's any target, right? Yeah, any target. I feel like maybe they, well, maybe they couldn't have just killed us. I don't know. They do have 2 Lava Darts in the yard, which is frustrating. Bounce Batter Skull. All right, we need some removal. That is not removal. I guess we try it. Let's see. Well, okay, so they only have 1 Lava Dart in the yard. I mean, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, we're probably dead. I guess it means that, you know, if they have like a bolt or something in hand, they have to spend it this turn. Also means that, okay. All right. I guess they can sacrifice this in response to cast the Lava Dart. It's a thing they can do. Might as well, I feel like. Target the Arbiter. Get a -1, -1. This does make it incredibly unlikely we are ever casting Batter Skull. Yeah, targets that. Sure. Alright, well, if our opponent doesn't draw lands, hopefully this has given us some time. It seems like they are not drawing lands. So at this point, we're not blocking. Hoping to just draw a creature. Maybe we should have just left Batter Skull on the ground, hoping for like Flicker Wisp or something along those lines. Come on, good draw. Come on, good draw. That is not the draw we were looking for. Not at all. We're gonna give our opponent a lot of turns to get out of this, and we are down to a virtual 7 here. All right, no lands yet. No lands yet. We also have to be careful of like mutagenic growth and things like that, because our opponent could have those. Okay, we're not even playing that, I think. Okay, so I think we have like 1 more turn before we have to start just chumping with Arbiter. Man, our draws have been real funky. Real funky. Alright, they did not find a land. I guess if they have like mutagenic growth, we would be, so it'd be +4, +4, +2, +2. It'd be 7, 10. Okay, so I think technically we do have to block this turn. I guess technically we maybe should have also blocked last turn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they got. They do have 6 cards in hand, so not entirely unlikely that they... Okay. Alright. Alright, no mutagenic growth yet. No mutagenic growth yet. Oh, and they have the... Ah, they have the land. We shouldn't have blocked! No! Alright. Alright. I think we need Skyclave Apparition. Got a crack. Yeah. Don't want us to draw the Arbiter and... Ah, opponent's smart. Opponent's smart. Thinking it out. Flame Scroll Celebrant. Okay. We're probably still just dead. Probably still just dead. Man. Kept ourselves alive for a little bit there, but... Another Swift Spear. Okay. I think that means we're not just dead. It does mean that we do have to, like... I guess give up on our Flame Scroll Celebrant. To take out this Soulscar Mage. Mutagenic growth. Well, they had the mutagenic growth. Nothing we can do about that. Sure. Oh, that's exactly 6. Okay. Yeah, we did. For some reason I was thinking they were both going to be... I don't know what I thought they were going to be. Okay, okay. This comes in. This comes in. This comes in. I'm always tempted with Rest in Peace. I even like Sword of Fire and Ice. Ugh. Lava Darts are annoying. Take out a Flicker Wisp. Spellbinder's probably iffy. Celebrant's probably not good here. I feel like maybe Celebrant, I don't know. It might be just a sideboard card, unfortunately. Plarg is kind of slow, though Augusta can be really good. Oh, take out Magus. Magus is no good. What do we want to bring back in? I mean, like, it can kind of get them, but meh. I don't feel like it's good enough against them. So maybe bring back Plarg? Is there anything else we want? Oh, a Winds of Abandon, actually, over Plarg. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Alright. Alright. We're on the play. This hand's a little slow. We do have a Giver Runes. Do have all of our manas. Sorta, kinda. We have a Maul, which Maul could be good. We can just like turn 3, get rid of their like 1 threat, then equip a Maul to it to keep the pressure on. This could work out. This could work out. It's not exciting. Could wish one of these planes was a Ether Vial or something, but it's all right. Or Path even, just to slow them down a little bit more. It's definitely not an easy matchup. I feel like Death and Taxes used to have like well, I think it does have like a good regular burn matchup. The Prowess, I don't know. It feels like I should have a good matchup, but they always seem to get me. Put it down to 5. Keeping it 5. All right, Plains Giver. And go. Plays a Scalding Tarn. And passes, okay. Talia's pretty good here. Don't mind that. Especially with Giver protection up. Other opponent may just have a Bolt 4 Giver here, looks like. Which is fine. Giver doing what it's supposed to do. Which is taking one for the team. Also means that our opponents spent their first turn not casting a threat. And on their second turn, they will unlikely be able to cast a threat and a spell. Soulscar Mage. Alright, well. Happy to get rid of that. Of course, we try Ether Vial. Alright, we're going to play our Ghost Quarter here, and we're just going to get rid of Soulscar Mage. Yep. All right. We're doing okay for now. We'll see how long it lasts. Talia's obviously really good in this matchup. Slowing them down, making them waste extra ammunition. Because they just can't ignore Talia. Soulscar. Field of Ruin. Alright. Let's see. So this gives +2/+2. So unfortunately we can't give it to Talia. So we're going to give it to the Skyclave. Protects it from Bolt for at least a little bit. Obviously with Soulscar Mage it's a little worse, but... Get our opponent down to 11. Opponent likely going to have a removal spell this turn for Talia here. Up to 4 cards in hand. And they do have the 2 mana. It does mean that hopefully it'll be their entire turn. We'll see. Maybe no removal spell on Talia after all. And no attacks. Okay. Well, we don't have to attack with Talia. This is not a thing we have to do. Giver of Runes. Alright. Well, let's go to combat. I guess if our opponent has like a braid... Well, no, they can't cast a braid. Alright. Well, we're going to play out our hand here. Having this giver up will be pretty nice. I guess we could have kept Vial in hand to pretend we have a path, but even if we did so, like, we otherwise tapped out, so wouldn't have been able to play it. I guess we would have had one more mana because we played the Vial. So yeah, I guess we could have pretended it was a path. I don't know that that's worth it in this situation. We will block with Talia here, I think. Well, actually, no, we're at 20. We're at 20. Our opponent has 2 mana. Has to spend 2 mana to kill Talia. So they're only pumping up Soulscar Mage once. Potentially twice if they have a land. And they scoop it up. All right. All right. Well, we're going to be on the draw this time. So let's hope we can do that again. Do we want to switch anything else out? I don't think so. I think we just keep it like that. Run it like that. See how it goes. See how it goes. Double Vial. We do have Winds of Abandon, so if we draw the extra land, we have Core Firewalker, which is pretty good. We have the Giver of Runes. This is risky AF. Otherwise known as Fish. In case my mom asks. Serum Visions. Alright, that means no threat turn 1. I like that. I like no threat turn 1. Obviously, they're trying to set up for a good next turn. With the Serum Visions, but this does give us a little bit of time. So this turn we get to play Ether Vial. Next turn, hopefully we get another land and we can play something. We'll at least get out the Giver of Runes. At least we'll get out that. We're 4 minutes up on our opponent too, so you know if anyone's timing out, hey, there's a Sunbaked Canyon. All right, we're all good. Everything is fine. We're all fine here. Play the Ether Vial. Yeah, best turn. This means we can get out Core Firewalker, which is pretty nice here. Anamorphose, sure. Excuse me. And a Stormwing entity. Okay, well. Does that change anything? I guess we can... I don't think they can just kill us next turn. Hopefully. They spend a Manamorphose. They do have 5 cards in hand, though. They do have 5 cards in hand. So the question is, do we Winds of Abandon? Or do we go for the value play and play Arbiter first? Archon of Emeria. Maybe... I want to get out Arbiter. I really do before I play this Winds of Abandon. What is the likelihood that we just die? Is it high? I feel like it's they can't 20 us, right? Well, 19 us if we play the Arbiter. I'm going to risk it. I guess they could also play like land, Swift Spear. I don't know, whatever. I mean, if it looks like we're about to die, I guess we can always block. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. We also have Giver Runes in the Pokeball in case we do need to find a blocker. There's just so much upside to this one. Plays Islet. Sprite Dragon. Okay, so it looks like we're probably not dead. Problem is we will need to find another removal spell for the Sprite Dragon. No blocks. Burst Lightning. Yep. So I guess it doesn't actually matter. So maybe we should have just played the Winds of Abandon so we'd take, 4 less damage this turn. Oh, yay. That hurt. Right. Put Giver into play. We have Core Firewalker to gain us a little bit of life, hopefully next turn. I guess we probably will have to play it on... We will have to release it into the wild on our turn. Stoneforge. This is gonna get big and nasty. This also gets big and nasty. This grows out of control with the counters. I think we get rid of Sprite Dragon. Sadly. Like, there's not a lot of difference there, but just... Oh, you know what? Actually, that's wrong. I should not have gotten rid of Sprite Dragon. I should have gotten rid of Stormwing Entity because if we draw Apparition next turn, I'm going to be super sad. Okay. So, do we put out Core Firewalker? Probably, because we have to. I'd love to get out Stoneforge Mystic. But I think we have to put out Firewalker just so we can potentially gain some life. If they have like Swift Spear here to play. Yeah, 100% should have gotten the Stormwing Entity. I was thinking that like, the dragon gets too big and then we can't deal with it, but we have Skyclave Apparition. And we have actually Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp is also kind of an answer to it. Obviously not a full answer, but it is a little bit of an answer in the sense that it can reset it back to a 1/1. So that was a mistake there. That will probably cost me everything. Are they cracking the Islet? Or do they have Vapor Snag? Serum Visions. Okay. It's not a red spell. That's not a red spell. We're going to draw Apparition. I'm going to be so sad. So sad. I guess worst comes to worst, we have Archon to, like, chump block. Hope that our opponent has, like, run out of cards. I don't know. We're 12. Well, we're down to 8 so far. See what else our opponent has. I mean, we're tapped out, so like clearly we're not doing anything opponent. Okay, down to 8. Alright, we need to find path. Plays a land. Oh, man. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, man. Okay. Yep, that was... I knew it as soon as I did it. As soon as I did it, I knew it was a mistake. What you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? Do we play out Stoneforge here? to go get Batterskull. I think so. It puts us down to 7. Yeah. And then we may be flashing in Archon for blocks. No attacks. No attacks. I mean, we have a little bit of protection in Firewalker, in that, you know, every red spell obviously pumps the Stormwing entity, but also gains us a life, so it's kind of negated. Oh, you know what? At upkeep, we're actually... I guess we just do this now? Well, maybe it would have been worth it as a surprise blocker, but... Okay, you have 1 spell, opponent. 1 spell you can play. I think this was right, actually. I think because I was thinking they could just bolt it away, but we do have... Okay. You can't play another spell in response. We choose blue. Now opponent can attack. Plays mountain. They're gonna try to attack anyways. Sure. We will block. We still have the pro blue, so we're okay here. Alright, so this worked out. This worked out. Next turn we have Batterskull. Alright, we're gonna say always no. Always yield. Archon's pretty good. Pretty good. Arbiter. Alright. Alright, we are not attacking here, I don't think. Alright, so I'm assuming our opponent probably has a bolt here to get rid of this, which is fine. Oh man, I guess we could have gotten Maul. To equip 2, that might have actually been better. So if we could respond to the bolt with a Maul, that'd be pretty good. Do you have the bolts? I'm assuming you do. Lightning bolt. Okay. Can we... Nope, can't do that. We should have done that while it was on the stack. Okay. Yes, we will use it. Sure. You killed it off. But now we get to put in Batterskull. That feels pretty good. Oof. Another Stormwing entity. Love to not see that. Alright, this is going to make it a little bit hard for us here, for sure. For sure. Opponent is less than 5 minutes. Put the Batterskull into play. Not that we're a ton up on time here, but... Mountain. What does that do for us? Not a lot, I don't think. Alright, we're going to get in here. No blocks. Alright. Well. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. We are up to 11. I guess we play out Arbiter just in case. We've got Skyclave up for backup. I mean, our opponent could just kill us here. It is absolutely possible that they could just kill us here. Ooh, a new Strixhaven card. Expressive Iteration. Oh. Okay, so we are most likely dead? Most likely. So we're taking 8. So all they need is like any burn spell. Vapor Snag. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about the card. Live Sprite Dragon. Do we live? I mean, we can't block, so if you're fading, pretending here, we got nothing. Lightning Bolt. I believe that probably does it, because this is... Yeah, this is exact season. Man, I can't believe I didn't think it through. Yeah, none of our stuff has flying. Oh, I didn't mean to... Oh, man. And I should have gotten them all. Couple mistakes there. Definitely cost us the match, but that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out our Patreon. It's new, it's fun, and we've got a Discord, so if you want to jump in there and check it on out, do so. Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time. There we go. All right. So my first recording got a little messed up, lost, whatever you want to say. Technical difficulties happened. So I'm adding in this extra game. We are technically 2-3 in our league. That is, we went 2-3. This is just a little bit of an extra game. So if you're wondering where game 1 went, me too. It was sweet too. There was this. It was a green-white. Just like draw cards deck. I don't even know. It was sick. I kind of want to build it. But yeah. So we are in an extra match here, just to make up for the lost match. Wooded Foothills cracks it. What are we up against? Utopia Sprawl. Alright, so some sort of Panza. Question is, do we just play Ghost Quarter and get rid of their forest? It seems like a thing we would do. We don't get to play our things then, though. Maybe we play Talia first. Or do we play Stoneforge Mystic first? I think we play Talia first. They're playing Panza. So we'll hopefully slow them down enough. We'll find out how wrong we were in just a moment. Windswept Heath. Cracks it. Stomping Ground. Untapped. Oh, that is that is brave, opponent, considering I played the Ghost Quarter. And we can draw a mountain, so it means we can still play things. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna Ghost Quarter that land. Yep, seems good. I don't know. Maybe our opponent just didn't see that we had the Ghost Quarter. I don't know. Opponent has done some damage to themselves. We are also doing a bit of damage to ourselves with our only white source being Sunbaked Canyon. But we're going to go to Batterskull and hopefully fix that. Sadly that we didn't have the Arbiter. That would have been extra good. We do need an extra white source for our two friends here, but we'll see what our opponent has. Plays a Clothis. Alright. That is a magic card that we can get rid of with Skyclave Apparition if we can ever play it. Gonna go to combat here. Get in for 2. Put out our Batterskull. End of turn. Alright, gets rid of our Ghost Quarter to give themselves a land, well, a mana for the turn. We can pillage here, I suppose, if they want. Blood Moon. Okay. Well, that is annoying. For sure. But our opponent's also down to 12. Flickris, well, that's a long ways off. Attack, attack, attack. The race is on. Opponent down to 5. This Clothis is probably going to start saving them some life here. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, wants some more mana. Makes sense. What else you got? Bolt. Okay. We're gonna protect Talia here, I think. Choose red. Just in case. Just in case. Yeah, we gotta find our planes. What if our opponent has another bolt? Otherwise, they're just dead? Because they didn't exile... They must just have another bolt. Oh, but another bolt doesn't do it. Oh, it does, because they can untap the forest. Okay. Oh, I guess they could also just block that. That also works. Sure. Yep. So this is a bolt incoming. Lightning bolt. All right. Opponent down to 4. Elf is gone. So some of that extra mana is gone. All right, we get to play a magic card. Plarg, Dean of Chaos. I really like Plarg, actually. I know we haven't gotten to see him a ton in this league, but seems to be doing pretty well. Just being able to filter our draws, like right here, like we're gonna get rid of a Flicker Wisp, assuming our opponent just doesn't like kill something. Goes for the land again, really? Okay. What do you have, opponent? What do you have? Hopefully not a braid. That'd be obnoxious. Pillage, destroy our. I don't know if our opponent meant to target something else or what, but that was a strange choice. Strange choice. Okay. Well, Sword of Fire and Ice seems pretty okay. Winds of Abandon maybe. Skyclave probably. Spellbinder sure. Magus out. Magus out. What else here? Arbiter's probably not too great. We're also gonna be on the draw, so Arbiter's probably too slow. Talia's okay. There's a lot of things like bolts and stuff like that we saw. At least Spellbinder might not be good. I like that as flying. It is an X1, which is unfortunate, but I don't know that this deck is playing any Lava Darts. Oh, come on. Come on. A land, please. Please. Alright, double planes is... but we have nothing to play. We're on the draw, though. We're on the draw. This is just so bad, even on the draw. Double path. But we have the planes. I think we gotta keep it because of planes. We're gonna put back the flame scroll. Keep our 2/3 drops and our 2/1 drops. Verdant Catacombs. Forest. Utopia Sprawl. And we draw our mountain. Cool. Alright. Planes go. And let the land destruction begin. I suppose if we lose, though, we at least get to be on the play for the next round. Wooded Foothills. Cracks it. Gets a Stomping Ground. Blood Moon. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Don't care at all about Blood Moon. Obviously, if our opponent starts pillaging us, we may start to feel differently. But until that happens, I do love having the mismatch planes. Bone Crusher. Just casting the Bone Crusher. Alright. That is fine. Do we path it now? It does ramp them. But then we actually get to play, like, Archon? I guess everything is coming to play as mountains. They're not necessarily playing a ton of spells. Actually, maybe we should have cut Archon. Yeah, let's go ahead and path it now. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take 2 damage. I think we want to be able to use our mana on our turn. I don't love pathing on end of turn, obviously, but if that's their only threat... Another Skyclave. Yeah, so I think we're just going to get an Archon here. I guess we could have taken the Utopia Sprawl with Skyclave Apparition. That's a thing we could have done. You just have Bolt. You just have Bolt. And another Bone Crusher. Alright, well. Skyclave can also eat a Bone Crusher. Now, the Plains is not terrible. So I think Skyclave is actually going to take the Utopia Sprawl. And we will path on upkeep this turn. Path on upkeep. Yeah, we'll take 2 damage from that. Ramp our opponent a little bit. I mean, hey, if we get another land, we're up to Batterskull. Windswept Heath for our opponent. It's gonna be Elf. Chandra. Deal. Yep, I can. Alright. Alright, well, we can also eat Chandra, so. What do you think of that, opponent? Oh, and an Ether Vial. That's definitely what we wanted. Alright, Chandra, eaten by Skyclave. Play out Ether Vial. Pass turn. We'll see what this gets us here. Obviously, if they destroy Skyclave, it's kind of bad, but I don't think we can just let them have a Chandra. Bloodbraid Elf. Yep. Cascades into extra Blood Moon. That's whatever. We don't care about Blood Moon. Alright, opponent gonna hit us for 3. We are not blocking here because that would give our opponent a 4/4. Alright, honestly, land is fine. We draw land here. We're okay with that. Plardine of Chaos is interesting. Or do we play Augusta? We're going to play Augusta here, I think. Opponent reading the new card. Because we don't have a lot of cards right now, I feel like Plarg is maybe not as good. Right, we're going to attack for 3 here. Alright. Fantastic. The race is on. Utopia Sprawl. That is alright. And a 3rd Blood Moon. Alright, we are never getting out of Blood Moon, which is completely fine. Oh, no attacks. Okay. Opponent doesn't want to race. Opponent does not want to race. Spellbinder. Do we just play that as a flyer? I opponent can play anything they want to next turn, so I think probably we just play it as a flyer. Because like our opponent's not going to hold anything in hand next turn. Yeah. Reveal nothing, exile nothing. So we can't attack here. So we'll just pass turn. Next turn we can start attacking for 4, assuming all of our stuff lives. Again, if we ever draw this land, okay, another Utopia Sprawl for our opponent is perfectly fine. Don't care about that. I think our opponent could be attacking here, because I don't think we're ever... I mean, unless we absolutely have to, we're not blocking. Stoneforge Mystic. Don't hate that either. Alright. We are going to attack in the air. For 4. I feel like there's probably some shenanigans you could do with tapping and untapping here, but we are fine with just doing what we do. Alright. Stoneforge Mystic. Yes. Do we want Sword of Fire and Ice? I think we just want Maul. Honestly. We'll just take Maul. Maul gives us another flying attacker. I guess Sword means that they couldn't block, but Maul also auto-attaches. That auto-attach is so nice. Like, obviously sometimes you get blown out by removal spells or whatever, but, I mean, that happens anyway, so... Interesting. Okay. Sure. I mean, that means Batterskull's coming down next turn. Always know, always yield. Skyclave, Apparition. Alright, so I think we're actually just going to Maul here while we can. This saves Apparition from bolts. I guess it only saves it from... Why not? Yeah, it saves it from bolts, because yeah, so it'll be a 5/4. Go to combat. I don't feel like we're under a ton of pressure, so Dryad Arbor with Augusta would be interesting. I guess like it only really nets you like 1 mana or whatever, but still. All right, we're not going to play out our Apparition yet. We're going to see what our opponent gets out here. I don't think there's any reason to run it out necessarily. Another Bloodbraid. Another Chandra. Chandra. Oh, and this can deal 4 damage to target creature. That's annoying. Yeah, fair, fair. All right, you got us there. But we can also just equip Maul and attack next turn, even still. So I think, yeah, our opponent has no cards. Maul is equipped for 4, so we can equip it next turn. I think our opponent... I mean, we don't even need to play this technically, I don't think. Because I think with Augusta attacking, giving us +1, we could just... whatever. I don't know, we'll take the Bloodbraid, I guess. Hey, look at that, we can also put Batterskull. But we're just going to equip them all. And we're going to kill our opponent. Because we're nice like that. Real nice. And our opponent scoops it up. Scoops it up. Alright, well, that is, you know, match 6. So really we went 3-3. Pretty okay. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you're feeling like it, check out the Patreon. It is brand new, and we're pretty excited about it. So let us know what you think. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
For watching High Ground MTG with co-hosts Kai Guy and Spiny Mouse. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click that like button, and if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on future episodes of High Ground MTG. For even more videos, be sure to check out our playlist so that you can have the high ground.